So, you're in high school, you're in school, and you have PTSD. What do? Probably go get a therapist, because that's how I'm dealing right now. I haven't had much guidance throughout this, so I thought that I might give my advice to you from my 6 therapy sessions. You don't have to be a war veteran or a cancer survivor to have PTSD. It's any traumatic event in your life, whether it be a tornado or a school shooting, or, in my case, a really crappy childhood, that you think that you're in a life-threatening situation, and then your brain, sort of whenever it gets triggered by either a sound, a smell, a sight, it puts you right back into that situation and thinks you're still in danger. Now, I have not done much research at all. I'm not a professional. I'm a 17-year-old who goes to therapy, and thought I should share my advice with you. Now, some days are better than others. Before I even knew I had PTSD or was diagnosed, I thought I was just a crybaby who needed to get over it. It happened a while ago, so just move on. In school, I would get not flashbacks, but more intrusive memories that wouldn't get out of my head, and I didn't know what was wrong with me, because I was in chemistry and suddenly I'm reminded of a really scary time in my life, and I'm like, bro, I just really need to learn about stoichiometry right now, but I currently cannot. So if you're ever in a situation in school where you start to panic or start to remember things, remember grounding techniques. I'll put it right here. It's a list of grounding techniques. It's like 5 things you can see. It goes through your senses, so it sort of like puts you back into the situation that you're in. And it's gonna be rough sometimes, because school doesn't really take into consideration most mental disorders or disabilities, or even if you have a concussion, they're not gonna do much, let alone if you have PTSD. For example, the superintendent at my school was in the military, and one chapel he was in his military uniform, and I didn't have my glasses on, and so it was blurry as heck, and I thought my father was on the stage, and I yeeted out of there. Well, no, I didn't. I wanted to really badly, and then I started to cry. That's life when you have PTSD, apparently. So even if they're not going to take into consideration, you still have to prepare yourself, I suppose, or know what to do when a situation occurs. If you see something or smell something or hear something that immediately brings you back to a past situation, I guess it's good to look for things to either distract you or get you out of that situation. My therapist said that if you listen to music, that's a really good distraction to block out things that you're seeing and hearing. And another part of PTSD can be dissociation, and I usually deal with derealization versus depersonalization. So depersonalization is when you feel like you're watching yourself from a different, like you're not in your body, and you're watching yourself. But derealization is like when you feel like you're looking through a screen or like a TV, and you feel like you're just not there and someone else is doing your actions. So if you ever do feel like this is happening, or are experiencing dissociation, derealization, or depersonalization, it's always good to focus on one thing, and sort of bring yourself back to that. For me, I know that looking at a candle as it's lit helps my derealization, but I know in school you can't really light a candle unless you're in chemistry class and suddenly you're looking at a purple flame. But whether it just be your desk, or a little circle that you draw on the desk, don't tell the teachers, or even like a poster on the board and you just stare at it until you try to focus yourself back in, that could be a way to help. But if you ever do find yourself panicking in school like I have before, of course it's embarrassing to have an episode during school. But you know, the most important thing is to take care of yourself, and even if you're late to class, so what? You know, that's not going to matter in literally a week. What's important is that you take care of yourself and that you make sure that you feel safe before you learn about the stock market. I wish school would take into consideration people with disorders, disabilities, etc. more, but unfortunately that's not the case. So yes, although it wasn't professional help, it's not a cute edited video, I don't have a ring light, sorry. But you know, that's just my take on having PTSD in school, specifically high school. Love you, have a great day, you know, stay safe, stay healthy, peace out.